If you're watching or listening to this, I'm going to teach you how you could build a freelancing side business without leaving your job that will make you at least $1,000 to $5,000 per month, starting from scratch in as little as 3 months. I am walking proof that this works. And I will, if you want me to, I'll just send you PayPal transaction proof of all of this working. So the point in the way this is going to work is you have to have a practical skill. There are actual qualifications for this to work with you. This is not an MLM. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the gig economy in full effect. And what I mean by the gig economy is the amount of people on a daily basis who have a second job, either driving for Uber or doing anything along those lines. This is your perfect opportunity to finally reach financial freedom without begging for a promotion at work, without having to worry about putting in 40 extra hours driving for Uber every week, because I've been there, without having to do all of these crazy things. This is your perfect path to creating your financial freedom, potentially creating a job or a business that you could leave your job and create your own time freedom, the ability to travel wherever you want, things along those lines. It's kind of a side effect. But in this video, which I'm going to dive into right now, is how you could generate an additional $1,000 to $5,000 per month using Upwork. By the way, I use this. My business is generating north of $15,000 per month, and it's just from Upwork. Just from Upwork. And this is exactly what I used, by the way. I was able to generate this money while working a full-time job, and it didn't affect my work. It didn't affect anything. This actually helped me with my day job. So a couple things to keep in mind while you're doing this. You have to make sure, number one, this will not affect your day job and it doesn't put you at risk of being fired. So keep that in mind, okay? Number two, you need to have a practical skill. So I'm going to go through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different categories you could use to make an additional $1,000 and $5,000 per month using Upwork. And there's several other sourcing sites out there for the gig economy that you could use. So let's first off talk through what those categories are and if you would kind of qualify to be able to make that money. When I say qualify, it's just because people are looking for specific freelancers. Like, hey, we need someone to help with our IT. We need someone to help with our accounting, bookkeeping, stuff like that. So number one, do you have web, mobile, or software development skills? Can you develop a WordPress site? Do you have graphic design skills? Can you those things in the developing field? Do you have those abilities to do it? And if you don't, let's say if that's something you're interested in, by the way, definitely check out either Code Academy, I think is what it's called. I think Treehouse Coding or Udacity. They have amazing programs to teach you all of these things. Number two is IT and networking. I have no idea what that is, but I know multiple people making 6+ figures off of Upwork that do that specific thing. Number three, data science analytics. Do you know how to use Google Analytics? Do you know SQL? Do you know a variety of these languages to be able to look in and be like, hey, I noticed this email marketing campaign or this strategy or this. I know that these are working perfectly. And now stay tuned. I'm going to cover the rest of these. And I'm going to talk about the actual strategy I use to make 6+ figures from Upwork, essentially. So next one is engineering and architecture, design and creative work, writing, which is, by the way, if you feel like you don't have any skills, but maybe you know about, maybe you understand sports, maybe you understand betting, hairstyle, all those things. People always need people who could write articles for them. So let's say it's a large website. Every website needs more people to produce content for them. These people will pay you $20 to $1,000 to write blog posts for them. That's crazy. That's just, imagine every week you go and you write 2 blog posts for somebody and you charge $250 per blog post, right? And maybe that's 6 hours of work for you. That's going to be at least $4,000 a month for you, right? Every week you're getting $1,000 a week. $4,000 a month just from writing for people. That's insane. Now, next, translation skills. West Texas, which is where I'm at currently, there's a ton of bilingual people. They don't have a lot of other skills. They're bilingual and they know Spanish perfectly. Go help people translate articles. Help them translate advertising, marketing, all kinds of stuff like that. They need that help. Next is legal. Did you go to law school? Simple as that. Admin support. So this sometimes is someone, you're going to be someone's virtual assistant. You'll help them with data entry. You'll help them with very simple tasks. These jobs are going to be paying anywhere between $12 to $20 an hour. Just imagine that. Most people aren't even making $12 an hour. And here you are working on the side, building your freelance business to the point where you're going to be able to charge people $20 an hour. It's insane. Next, customer service, sales and marketing, and accounting and consulting. So that is the list of things you could do to go make money from Upwork. It is insane. There are tons of people right now looking for your help if you have a skill anywhere ranging from that. By the way, when I first started advertising and marketing, I didn't have great skills. No one wanted me to realistically help them. I started off doing very, 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 very simple and minute things. They're as simple as writing social media posts. It started off going there. And then I started developing skills further and further to the point to where I'm charging people $3,500 per month minimum to work with me. That means my average deal is worth upwards to $30,000 to $70,000 that I'm closing off of Upwork. It literally took me 3 months to build my business from $6,000 to $15,000 a month. That's crazy. You should be doing this right now every single day. What you need to do after you get done with work, you finish work at 5 o'clock, you go to the gym, you do something to help your physical fitness, you take care of whatever you need to around the house if you're married or anything along those lines. If you're not married, go straight to Upwork. And then you just start submitting proposals. So the way it's going to look is pretty much you'll go to Upwork and you'll say looking for WordPress sites, Wistia sites. You'll start typing on all different kinds of sites that people want designed for. Then you just go on there and say, you have to submit a proposal. Why should they pick you? And whenever you do this, for the most part, from the experience that I have found, and I've given a lot of people advice who have made a lot of money on Upwork, a lot of money. And what you want to do is make sure that you're always referencing money. So listen, I designed this logo for somebody and I don't know why, but their revenue exploded. Listen, after I designed this revenue, they made $5,000 more because they knew they were on brand. When people saw that logo, they had marketing awareness. They had yada, yada, yada. You need to connect it to the ultimate end goal. Customer service. Listen, after helping people, I helped this business's client retention skyrocket. On top of that, I even helped people purchase more products just from helping them with customer service. I was able to make the recommendations about things that helped them more. These are the things that we're going to be looking for. That's what people want. They want someone who will do that job and go above and beyond for the business that wasn't expected. And there are literally, just for marketing, there are at least 10 to 15 new jobs every single minute being posted on there, if not significantly more. Every time I click refresh, a new feed, a new feed, a new feed, a new feed, a new feed. And that's just for Facebook ads. God knows what else there is out there. So what you need to do is be able to write down a proposal, create multiple templates, create a template for WordPress people who are looking for WordPress sites, create a template for people who are looking for Squarespace sites, create a template for people who are looking for accounting for small businesses, medium businesses, chiropractic businesses. You need to create these templates and go after who you know you could help. And so if you have those basic skills, and if you don't have any skills, people are looking for people who are problem solvers. The fact that you're watching this video right now proves that you're a problem solver and you're resourceful. Do you have the ability to Google things that you don't know? If you have that ability, you'll be great in admin support. You'll be great to be a personal assistant for somebody charging $25 an hour. I am more than willing to pay a personal assistant upwards of $25 an hour if I know for a fact I don't have to constantly train them on things. I could just say, hey, can you solve this problem for me? I don't have the time to do it. And if I have to pay you $100 to solve this problem for me that I don't have time to handle, and I don't have to communicate with you 24/7 about how to do that, boom, 100% worth it. We have to get into the minds of that person that submitted that job proposal. Here's the second key to this. From my experience, you have two options when you submit a proposal to have success with those proposals. Option number one, when you submit a proposal, you can go the very high ticket route. I sell my services at a minimum of $125 an hour, right? That's the minimum I charge at. I can do that because I have a portfolio. I'm suspecting most of the people who are watching this, I'm going to talk about reason number 2. This is what you're going to do on your proposal. You're going to say, hey, my name is Nathan. I've been working in graphic design for the past 2 years or the past year, past 6 months. And right now I'm looking on growing my portfolio. I'm new to Upwork, but I know what to do. So this is what I want to do. I usually charge $35 an hour, but for you, I'm going to charge you $15 an hour because number one, I want to build a close relationship and I want to kind of reward you as I build my portfolio. So you have the opportunity to get your perfect logo design, your perfect website design, or me handling your bookkeeping at literally 50% off, right? So number one, you're anchoring in at a high price and you're able to charge a significantly lower. I know for a fact that worked so well for me. I closed multiple deals when I first started between $750 a month to around $1,500 a month. That was a strategy that helped me kind of kick things up on Upwork. So number 1 and 2, those are the things I go after. Make sure you have a great proposal. Make sure you have a strategy to sell them on that proposal. And number 3 is to just be in contact with them. Sometimes people aren't going to purchase immediately. That's completely okay. Try to get their contact details to follow up with them. I talk about this a lot. If you're on YouTube, there's multiple videos where I'm going to be talking about follow-up process. Facebook, same thing. And then I'm going to put all of this into a podcast where you can go back and listen to it. So ultimately, at the end of the day, this is what you want to do. You need to be going home every day, submitting at least 20 proposals. I would suggest spending 3 to 4 hours a day doing nothing but submitting proposals. I could guarantee you if you quit your job today, you'd be making more than you were previously in at least 6 weeks. I'm so confident that any of the people that I just talked about could be making at least $5,000 a month on Upwork, $60,000 a year on Upwork just from consistently doing this. Now, there's one massive key to this. As you do everything on Upwork, do not make this mistake. Listen, do not make the mistake to stop prospecting. What that means is your outreach. How many proposals are you doing a day? You need to always be submitting proposals. If you are not doing that, your business is going to skyrocket up. Then it's going to take a hard plunge when you stop doing it. This is a constant daily thing, but this is the secret to paying off your student loan debt, to paying off your credit card debt, to paying off whatever debt, right? That's what you got to do to reach the $1,000 to $5,000 a month on the side, and then the $10,000+ to $20,000+. That's how you do it. So number 1, make sure you have a clear understanding of who you're going after and how you can help them. So if you're doing writing stuff, whatever it is, just go on Upwork. And let's say you're great at sports writing or you understand sports. Just go look at people looking for sports content, sports blogs, stuff like that. Number 2, have a strategy on your proposal. I would suggest if you're starting from scratch, having that strategy. I'm new to Upwork, so what I'm going to do is I usually charge $30 an hour. I'm going to charge you $15 to build my portfolio and create a relationship essentially. And then after that, follow up with them and make sure that you're doing whatever you can to get that business. So that's my kind of broad strategy. I'm going to be releasing a program relatively soon on this in more detail. If you're interested in that, subscribe to this or like whatever you're listening to this on. And if you have any additional details, you could email me directly at nathan@operationrs.com. That is nathan@operationrs.com. And if you need anything else, just reach out to me. I hate to see people who are continually struggling, who have the perfect opportunity to completely transform their life within 90 to 30 days. So great to have that. If you need anything else, just reach out, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Talk soon.